how I opened and closed a 30,000 square foot gymnastics gym in 6 months. I started a gymnastics gym with my husband and our business partner because we had loads of experience. It was a dream that I had always had, kind of a dream that all three of us had really had our entire lives. We've all been a part of the sport since we were little. We coached at some major gyms in Dallas-Fort Worth and had tons of experience to share. We also had a passion for doing it the right way and kind of redeeming some of the past USA Gymnastics issues, I'll say, in creating an environment that was actually uplifting, didn't stand for any BS in the lobby, no gym mom vibes allowed. Like, we had it laid out healthy. I also felt like for me, this is Bear. I also felt like for me, it was a dream that the Lord had placed on my heart a long time ago when I was a little girl training, just to be able to create environments for other athletes who may be struggling with not knowing kind of the right technique, how to get recruited for college, if I should do elite gymnastics or not, just like an environment that would be just like an all-inclusive, we're gonna teach you how to do gymnastics healthy and then just model it from the inside out. So I'll preface this conversation with, even though we're closed, our business partner and I, as well as our investors, all have a good relationship, no hard feelings, and I really respect them, but let's talk. So we opened this gymnastics gym because one, it was a dream, and two, these investors came to us and were like, why aren't you guys doing your own thing? You know, we have these resources we would love to gift to you, literally. It was totally a dream. And so we had said yes to it after a lot of deliberation and thought and prayer. We met with everybody we thought we needed to, asked all of the questions in the world, consulted with other gym owners who are both successful and unsuccessful at the gym owning business too. So after months of planning, it came time for us to open the gym. It was a giant building in the perfect area of Dallas-Fort Worth where there was kind of a hole and there were no really good gyms in this area. So we were like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be amazing. And y'all, it was amazing. The building was perfect. Our marketing went really well. We were blessed to have like 400 athletes by the time we closed the gym in just like 6 short months. So it was very successful, which is why it hurt so bad when we found out that our phase 2 couldn't happen. So our phase 1, it was this huge building. We were using half the gym. Equipment was on top of the concrete. So we didn't dig pits or anything right away because that's a huge expense. Oh, if you know, you know, it was insane. So we started there. It came time that we were like, all right, we gotta dig pits now. We're getting team requests, level 10 requests, elite requests. Like, we gotta get ready, gotta get our space ready. We had discussed plans for phase 2 with the landlord and contractors and such before we opened, obviously. But when it came time for phase 2, we had found out that our landlord was withholding some information about the electrical grid that our building was on, which is so crazy. So this amount of money was just absolutely astronomical, gut-wrenching. It would have taken our whole phase 2 budget to even do this in a building, which the building we rented, we didn't even own, which is pretty common for gymnastics gyms. Most gym owners rent from a landlord. So we were like, okay, do we go to the bank and like try to get X amount of money just to do this in a building we don't own? And we could not get a bank to loan us the money to finish our phase 2. And we're like, here's our business, you know, it's growing. We have all these kids, like, we can't close. But at the end of it, my husband, our business partner, and the investors, we all decided, like, this can't move forward. Like, this is a death sentence financially for the business if we choose to stay in this building. So sad. We only had about 2 weeks from when we found this out to close. So we had to let all of our families know, hey, just kidding, no more gymnastics. So like, think about for the parents who signed up the night before and then we send this email the next day and they're just like, what the heck? And like, oh, it was just such a nightmare, you guys. We felt horrendous because we had to take these athletes who for 6 months kind of poured our hearts into and really taught our culture. And we started a school. Like, it was just amazing. And in a minute, it was gone. And we had to be like, go ahead and go to this gym in Capel and this gym in Frisco. Like, sorry, we don't have an option for you. It was so sad. But moral of the story is I don't regret it. It was a beautiful experience, and I feel like it was a bucket list thing for me, and I felt like I was being obedient to a dream that the Lord had placed on my heart a long time ago. So even though it didn't end well, I really feel like, I don't know, I felt like the Lord's pleased with me for just giving him my yes and trying, and also just for being able to have an impact on the athletes that we did, even if it was a short amount of time. So if you have a dream on your heart, just go get it. You know, if it ends crappy, it ends crappy, but that's life and that's business, and it's just all about trying. So anyway, just sharing an update because I know a lot of people have been wondering and stuff, and yeah, that's it. Love you guys.